All right, we're going to pick up from where we left off. Sorry, there was a problem with my computer, so I had to, it kind of shut down. All right, so you're going to put this in your calculator. So you're going to do 1 minus 9 to the power of 8, and you will get this number 0.46720 over negative 8. And there is a 1 outside which can be ignored. And go ahead and put this in your calculator, and you will get this number. 840. So I just used my calculator. So this is nothing but 5,380,840. So this is what you would get. So you can use this formula, or you can, if you're getting comfortable with the calculator, please use the calculator. So I personally prefer the formula being given to you. It's so much easier just to use the formula, because to be able to put in the calculator, I need to first find what is AN. AN is the nth term using the information, and then you use that AN to put that in your calculator. Let's quickly go ahead and do it says find the sum of the geometric series of this. So this is my geometric sequence. So AN equals 3 and R equals 6 over 3, which is 2. And what am I finding here? I don't know my N. I need to know N. So how are we going to find N? So what I do notice that this is my nth term. I do have my nth term. So, which basically means I can use my nth term formula. I'm using my formula sheet. AN equals A1 R raised to the power of n minus 1. If you look at the formula sheet, this is the formula for the nth term. I have everything here except what's missing is N. So basically I have AN, A1, R, so on and so forth. So this one is going to be, AN is going to be my 3072. A1 is 3. My ratio is 2 to the power of n minus 1. Okay. Does anybody know how we are going to get to this n from, which is a input for an exponential, which basically means this becomes the output if I convert this to log. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3, and this gets written as, I'm going to go here, 1024 equals 2 to the power of n minus 1. So I'm going to convert this to a log because x is an input. I want to make this output. So log, what's my base? My base is 2. What's my input? 1024, because that is the output. And what's my output? It is n minus 1. So now all you're going to do is use your calculator, and you will find n to be 11. So now you have all the information. You're just going to find S of 11 terms equals A1 1 minus R to the power of n over 1 minus R, which is 2. And my final answer is, go ahead and put this in your calculator. You should get 6141. So this is the tricky part. This is the tricky part. So make sure that you use the last, you do have the last term. So using the last term, you can basically solve for n. You have AN, you're working backwards to get n. All right, I'm going to keep going. So this one says evaluate the sum. So this was basically using the summation formula that we have seen in our calculator, the sigma formula. So this basically means n is actually starting at 0, not at 1, which basically means my n is actually going to be 21, 0 plus 20. So it's 0, 1, 2, so if you count. And then A1, the first term is going to be A1, so A1 equals 4. And then my R equals half. My R equals half. So let's go ahead and we can put this in the calculator, or use your summation formula, either one, which of them. Go ahead and look at it and see what you get, and you should get approximately 7.9, which is equal to 8. The sum of this is going to be 8. So you have all the information. You're just putting this in your calculator to see what you get, or you can basically put it in your use your summation formula, because now you have all the information. You have A1, you have R, you have N, you have enough information to be able to use the sum formula to find this. All right, got to keep moving unless we have questions. Okay, let's look at it. It says the men's US Open tennis tournament is held annually in a Flushing Meadow in New York City. In the first round of the tournament, 64 matches are played. So what is this? This means this is A1. A1 equals 64. In each successive round, the number of matches played is half. So this basically means R equals half. Find the rule for the number of matches played in the nth round. For what value of n does your rule make sense? So an equals, so here I'm writing the nth rule, so 64, I'm just looking at my formula sheet. This is R to the power of n minus 1. Find the total number of matches played in the tournament. So basically when there's only one match being played, that means an equals 1. So when will an equal to 1? So it will basically be 1 equals 64 half n minus 1. So how many matches am I playing? So this basically is going to be 1 over 64 equals half n minus 1. Everybody good? And then you're going to do log base of half, and 1 over 64 becomes my input, n minus 1 becomes the output. Put this in your calculator and you should get n equals to 7. If you don't, please come to my office hours and I'll be able to show you how to get that. But you should be able to put this using your change of base formula. You should be able to get this. And then it says find the total number. Now I know my n equals 7, so you're going to use your n equals 7 formula. A1, which is 64, 1 minus R, which is half, to the power of 7, and the whole thing 1 minus half. Put this in the calculator and you should get 127. Okay, so these are the different steps. Again, I'd like to see if you guys need to come to my office hours, and we can definitely do this. And let's look at the next page. This is a good problem for us to try. So this one is, it says, Baba read an article about a surefire plan to have enough money saved for a comfortable retirement. According to the plan, on the first day he puts aside a penny. So an equals 1 cent.